Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 4 versus 4 on Biffy's Peril. Playing on Team 1 as the Imperial Guard, we've got Timmy Irma, we've got Yharnam Hunter as the Orks, we've got Reaper God 36 as the Tyranids, and we've got Stranger as the Chaos Space Marines. And on Team 2, playing as the Orks, we've got Martin, we've got Kid playing as the Necrons, we've got Sproken and the Koikun playing as the Imperial Guard, and we have got a flipping Gnome playing as the Space Marines. It's very exciting stuff. We've seen Biffy's Peril in the unification games as well as vanilla games. However, in Ultimate Apocalypse, they've made the map a little bit bigger, haven't they? Yes, more points to capture, more room for actual two people to sit comfortably inside the little corners and stuff, as well as a relic and a critical location smack bang in the middle, as standard and usual on a map like this. Also got double slag deposits in each corner as well, just for the green times and the good times and all that. Yeah, team composition. So generally it's usually this team, or at least this pairing, versus this pairing down here. And then it's this pairing versus this pairing. At least the early stages of the game, because that's usually when you see these people interacting negatively on these strategic points here. But Space Marines and Imperial Guard, they're a nice one-bow combo of the two. Imperial Guard, they've got the conscripts to spread out and capture their bits and bobs nice and early. Space Marines themselves, quite strong in the early game, considering that they've got a lot of health as well. But they're going to go for an armory, so I imagine that Gnome is going for scouts with snipers, or at least these fantastical silenced tactical bolters, which I cannot imagine what a silenced bolter even sounds like. Over on this side, same situation. Timmy Irma's got the Imperial Guard stuff going on. Also the Orks as well, so teleporting big mech, potentially with those big shooters on the go, will melt through any kind of conscript scout combination. Down this side, Necrons and Orks. I mean, same kind of difference. Teleporting Orks with big shooters. Necrons, though, will be a little bit slower to get access to, so it might be a bit difficult against the Tyranids, who are known for their early game plays with their spine gaunts, been massed around everywhere and capturing everything. And then Chaos, are you going for... Yeah, you're just going for cultists. Mr. Stranger, I'm planning to take up into tier 2 ASAP, I imagine, he says. No degree of confidence, a heretic wandering around the corners over here. Down over on this side, we do have some horses up against the big mech. He's gone straight in with some sluggers, looking to turn all those horses into an Iceland lasagna, which I suppose for you who aren't English won't probably get that reference, but that's okay. I don't need to explain every reference to you. Are you double capturing it? You're not allowed to do that. Surely. That's against the rules. Well, okay, fine, you know what? Yharnam Hunter and Timmy Irma making up their own rules. They do what they want when they want. Such as the way of the Orks and Imperial Guard wombo combo. These Orks going to decide, right, okay, well, if we can't have that one, we're going to go over here and try and take this one. Some fantastically pink colours from a flipping Gnome. A man known to use only bold colours, never mixing the colours, only goes for one colour at a time. And these guys with their flamers in turn are going to melt their way through these Imperial conscripts, literally and metaphorically. Down over on this side, Imperial conscripts being sliced up by Ravagers. I just love conscripts. They're always on the worst end possible of whatever's going on. So that's fantastic. Even cultists don't necessarily get beat up nearly as much as the conscripts. Now I've got a mass of scouts down here actually. And is this a strategy? Is Gnome inventing new ways of playing the game? I don't know. I'm not holding up much hope for this scout massive, but like I said, they are going to go, oh, look at that, I know what I'm on about. I can predict the game. I don't say that every time, but I'm always amazed that I can. But yeah, they're going to have to run away. Servitors as well, but some fantabulous tactical marines will come in and see if they can sort those boys out. Down this side, the horses are continuing to run riot around the map, seeing if they can decap anything and everything that they come into contact with. So I imagine the conscripts aren't going to be taking them down anytime soon, so these guys are just free to just decap anything left. But to be fair, I think it's only that relic here. It's just that relic now. Those marines continue to push on, or get pushed back. One burner bomb down here, going to have to move everyone out of the way. Tactical marines are going to take it on the chin. Actually, not taking too much damage from that blast neither, so fairly good. Do have Martin bringing down a whole bunch of stuff down. Oh, I like that. He's put down mech traps around the slag deposit, so they won't be able to build up on that one. But, I mean, they will be able to build on this one. So, good effort all the same. Good effort all the same. Big Mac's still knocking around slicing and dicing away. Probably not going to get much from this engagement. Maybe he's just staying close combat, waiting for his jumping juice to regenerate before coming back in. Got some horses as well. Coming around. There we go. Teleporting far and far away. While the listing post sends him a few goodbye and farewell shots. Over on this side, the cult is still trying to get rid of the mech traps. And actually, they've been built to maximum health as well, so that's going to take them a very long time to get through there. These slugger boys are going to chill out around here, waiting for these shooter boys to come around. And they've got their big shooters, so the cultists are not going to be alive for very long. Seems like there's a lot of orc action going on the opposite sides of the map. The yin and yang of orky orcs, but plenty of minefields at the moment. Going to cause some issues for these orcs, but they're just going to do the good old-fashioned destruction of the minefields by walking into them. I'm going to stand in that negative cover are the shooter boys. That's fine because they can certainly kill the cultists a lot quicker regardless of whether their feet are wet or not. Slugger boys going to absorb most of the incoming damage here. Big shooters are able to cut through the listing post fairly effectively. Could do with that. Nob Leader coming back in and using his power claw to take him on, but that's fine. Minefield attempting to be built up by the Hellsmith. But actually, shooter boys are being pushed back away from these slugger boys, so the assault is kind of falling apart a bit here. Needs to pull those slugger boys back if he wants to be any more effective. Tactical Marines with their melter guns taking care of that listing post. Attempting to see if they can retake this place. Spoiken is coming over to assist in the defense, managing to use that heavy weapons team to full effect, destroying everything in their path. Necrons, what are you doing? Oh, you're building up your forces. Double Necron warriors, Necron Lord. They've also got those disruption fields on the way as well, so fairly decent all the same. But in the middle of the map, the Tyranids are just chilling. And, well, they could decide, right, okay, well, we can either flank over here and try and take on these boys, as the Orks are taking on that thermal plasma generator, or go down south and kind of 3v2 these guys on the southern beaches here. However, we've got quite a sizable fighting force going on. Double chimeras. We do have a settlement and a field command being placed down here there. So plenty of defensive opportunities for the boys. Also got a grot leader just staring around at the grots, telling them to build quicker, build faster. But even though this field command is, I assume you are utterly... Yeah, you've got 3 lads in there. Still doing that much damage towards the Chimera Assault tanks. Imperial Guard over for Timmy Armour getting some grenade launchers, but heavy weapons suppression. There we go. The suppression team, what is that? Is that different from a regular support team? We'll find out. We will find out. But either way, heavy weapons against these guys. That's what we want. Some las cannons take on the tanks. Imperial Guard are coming forward. They've got their melter guns. Maybe need a little bit more support before they go any further. Down this side, war tracks. More stuff being fired at. Big mech also knocking around here as well. Got some minefields from Martin to keep these guys a little bit further away. Some minefields as well for Stranger. Havocs, auto cannons. In fact, double Havocs, double auto cannons in the grand scheme of things. But the thermal plasma generators. Oh, are you going to destroy it? Mr. Martin, are you just going to leave it? Have you ever been finished? That's the question. Don't think you have. Don't think you have.
We're under fire.
So they're just going to finish it? No, they're going to cancel it, then rebuild it. Right, I was going to say that was a very odd choice of engagement there. They fall back as these guys push on. Now have got the auto cannon. Cannot get las cannon until tier 2/3. It's just a redonkulous amount of assault tanks at this stage of the game. And look at that, he's going to wait when one gets the yellow health, he's going to pull him back a little bit. Tech Marine going to come and repair it. The beautiful thing, warms the cankles of my heart. However, the problem with these guys is that they're not going to be killing these structures anytime soon. If there was any other kind of building in the way, it might have been, but not for them. Like I say, these Two emplacements get it killed pretty quickly. Might need these Tyranids to come over, although imagine what the Spine God's going to really do. Not entirely sure. Are the Tyranids building up to anything substantial at the moment? They've got their Carnifex chambers out, but no Carnifex is to be seen for now. Chaos pushing forward. Necron's now going to come in to support their Orkish ally. Although Kid isn't really bringing much at the moment. He's got more Necron warriors. Got a significant... Oh, he's built a second Necron monolith, that's why I see. Just focusing on that infantry for the moment, building up that economy. There we go, I like it. They've got literal children playing the game now, which is quite nice. And if the kids are going to play anything, well, they're going to play the Necrons, surely. For all their technology. These days, I don't know. Back in my day, we nearly had 2 cabling wires to rub together. Slowly whittled backwards, and these Havoc Marines... Big Mech getting involved as well. Hal Smith living in his own personal hell. And just a sheer amount of firepower on the left-hand side here. But then again, in saying that, Havocs, they've got their autocannons. Will take them a little longer to break through these war tracks than if they had their las cannons. But actually, now that they've done that, the heavy infantry over here are going to suffer quite substantially. Necrons falling. One squad being wiped. Necron Lord unsure of what his life choices are at the moment. But he's been taken down quite quickly. And it's going to be quite a dangerous situation for the southern team round over on this side. But that's being said, on this side, completely different situation. Field command being popped down by Spoiken. We've got some angry revenge chimeras coming out. But regular chimeras and assault chimeras. Regular chimeras are able to carry more boys. Assault chimeras obviously do more assaulting. And tank busters, there we go. Significant amount of tank busters to crack on through the armour of these tanks. Tactical Marines, well, Devastators and Tacticals coming round over onto this side. Seems like they have scared away the Tyranids. Will they engage in some sort of argy-bargy? I imagine. Oh, it was only the other day I said about my map awareness getting better. Clearly I've missed out on this. But in fairness, there's lots of stuff going on. There's 2 battlefronts to keep your eyes on. These Chimeras have been sent to their own deaths here. Probably be wiser just send those tank busters in wherever they've gone. Oh, they've hidden inside the settlement for whatever reason. They're going to sneak on through. I've been spotted though. I've been spotted by something, not sure what it is. But something is spying them. Seeing a lot of turret placements being placed on top of over here. We've also got a bomb attempting to be placed by Martin's Big Mech. Not quite getting off there. Outer platform looking to fire downwards. But only getting a couple of rockets off in the grand scheme of things. Seeing the pitter-patter of Grot feet. Trying to keep away from those big deathly guns. Now at the moment... Oh, got flash gates. Right, that'll be fine. Flash gates should, in theory, be able to melt their way through. Oh, also got some noise marines as well. Do like a good old noise marine. Do you have the guitar person at the moment? Don't think you do. Not sure if you can, actually. Also getting confused with like a different thing. But either way, they're coming in. They're going to be playing some tunes. But not before being absolutely kitten-fisted by the flash gates. Purge the Weak being activated. And all these boys here also got some shooty bits, wherever it is. There we go. Big bomb. Not nearly as big as I'd expect it to be. But enough to scare them away. Necron's also going to join in as well as double Gauss turrets. Space Marines here. Well, the Chaos Variety just sprinting away as the flayed ones follow in hot pursuit. Yeah, if it's weird why they're running so fast, these models do have sprint buttons in Ultimate Apocalypse. You just don't normally see them being used. Ooh, we've got Tyranids round the back. Some sneaky Tyranids. Oh, they've been tunnelled in by, I imagine, Raveners early on in the game or something. Might have missed that out. Either way, though, wonderful tactic. They take out that Necron Monolith very quickly. I'd potentially take out another Necron Monolith, but Going to focus on the economy instead. Flayed ones being jumped straight in. Seeing if they can at least defend a little bit. Got a looted tank. That is a real pain in the backside. From the Necron perspective, all their hard work and effort takes so long to get up. And well, in a few vague moments been brought down. Chaos are then going to come back and use this to their advantage. Now the Orks are on their own. That's a lot of Chaos boys to deal with. Down over onto this side. Plenty of Chimeras still knocking around, and the Imperial Guard of the Southern variety are firmly entrenching themselves over here. Every Opus team taking out one thing at a time. Got a weird boy firing some bits. Just a little bit of damage. We'll take it out. But it doesn't seem like the tank busts have been able to really get close enough to shoot these guys down. Just a real pain in the backside. Got a Commissar cadets as well. Ready to see what they can do in this engagement that is to come. Seems that the Tyranids have been taken out, but they have seemingly destroyed a fair few Orky things as well as Necron things. But Necron's been able to survive just by the skin of their chinny chin chin. And the Orks, ever amassing, getting more and more high-tech stuff. Not sure if the Forces of Chaos are going to be able to take them on if it continues. But they've got a lot of Havocs. The Tactical Marines, though they are fantastic in colour, colour ain't going to save you. Critical location is going to be decapped and taken by the Forces of Chaos. While the heavy bolters, there's just a slew of heavy bolters being placed up over here. We'll need to make sure that, oh dear, they've still left the tunnels up. So Necrons have not seen the tunnels. There's potential for more flanking Tyranid manoeuvres. Chaos now going to come over onto this side. Seeing if they can break the sieging force of Koiken. Got the outer platforms firing very slow missiles along the way. But it's a risky manoeuvre. Of course, yeah, they're going to come down and support. But then they've also got all this stuff undefended that the Orks are in prime position to kill. They've came in a little bit, not really able to get in there. I mean, they have to stand in all that negative cover to really do, well, to really get into range, do any effect. But if at least distract them long enough for the flash gits and the tank busters to come forward, killing a few of the forward emplacements here. A weird boy just gesticulating in the background, hovering around like no man's business. Ministerial Priest over here as well for good measure. And it is just pandemonium. Another Ministerial Priest of the Southern variety coming over, but the Chimeras are falling thick and fast. Even Leman Russes probably won't be able to stand up against the sheer amount of rocket fire incoming. But Karskans, as well as more Leman Russes being built up down over on the southern side. Morale being lost as leaders go down. The field command. Tough structure. But even such structures must fall eventually. Down over onto this, or up over onto this side, sorry. Yep, the Orks, there's no one to defend the Chaos Space Marine stuff. So naturally, they're just going to get their way through it. We do have some Tyranids coming over for defensive reasons, I imagine. It's up to Reaper now to defend this side of the map. But against Necrons, so many flayed ones. Like blooming, what's that zombie film called? Blooming, Land of the Dead, something like that. They're in a shopping centre. It's a sheer amount of undead coming over. The southern team struggling on the south while succeeding on the north. Lots of Leman Russes firing down onto the tank busters. Not great placement considering where they're standing. We're going to try and focus on more of the economy. But I imagine at this stage of the economy, well, of the game, the economies are more of a moot point. We'll have a look at the economies the moment the action stops. But I just want to make sure that I get all the bits ongoing. Force of Chaos looking like they're about to be overrun here. What are the Tyranids up to at the moment? Oh, you're building up more tunnels. Are you just... Oh, it's like, oh, it's like, is it Sharku? Sharkma from League of Legends? I can't remember. The characters got tunnels everywhere. Really cool. They've got a whole network of tunnels. But will a flanking maneuver really do them any use in this situation? That being said, though, actually the Chaos are stabilising. The Orks have been beaten back. Ready to... They're just regaining their numbers here. But just chaff being thrown on their front lines at the moment. Thankfully, though, they're so slow, they just need to move back a little bit and then continue firing, and then they're right as rain. Over here, Imperial Guard have stabilised. One lonely flashgate in the world. Trying to snipe out that priest. And continue his wicked works on the industry command. A significant amount of voucher platforms that should, in theory, keep the Ork and Imperial Guard front lines safe for now. Got Hellhounds on the way. Interesting life choice there. Not sure what the idea is. We do have the flayed ones continuously pushing on. Let's look at the economies really quick from this perspective. So not great, not great neither. Stupendous and kind of okay. Versus that's good. That's pretty all right. That's fine, and that's redonkulous as well. So fairly even economies all the way around, except that the economies are primarily built inside the Chaos Space Marines and the Imperial Guard down here. It's nice they're on the opposite side of the map as well, so kind of evenly spreads out the power distribution. Look at that, just even with all that money, Havoc Marines just cannot contend with flashgates. They've got the big Daka, they've got the big boom. Spiky bits, shiny bits, you name it. If you've got the teeth, they'll supply it. The war boss on those front lines. Morale's broken. He's just there for the vision, if anything, I reckon. Necron Lord back on his feet as well. As they push on, so too do the Lehman Russes. Got the kill burst of that. Well, a couple of kill bursts, actually. Would cause some severe issues, these Lehman Russes. The Warhorse of the Imperium, fair play, but just, I mean, look at the size. If I can get a good angle, look at the size of them compared to the size of these. Big is best, as the Orks say. And there's no lie, not in this engagement. Oh, Gene Stealers. There we go. They're infiltrated sometimes, sometimes they're not, depending on who's close to them. And they're just going to run riot over all this. We've got Kill Crusher trying to speed away from all these Gene Stealers. If we can get a couple of shots in them, we'll do a significant amount of damage. But now these guys are going to turn around, leaving the chaos to their own devices. Once again, coming in clutch here. Flipping gnome there. Come forth. Bringing in the Terminators and the Devastators. A good amount of Terminators, actually. Gnome, seemingly like he was just waiting for those Tyranids to come in for that flanking maneuver. I mean, Necron's still losing a fair bit, and the Orks looking like they're losing a fair bit as well. Gotta be careful about losing that Gork resource factory as well. Once that's destroyed, there's a lot of AoE damage nearby. But the Lictor Alpha gonna be taken down. And that's a lot of money. A lot of resource for the Tyranids gone in the blink of an eye. Which people have got the relics for each team? We've got Chaos Space Marines for their relic, Imperial Guard for the relic for the northern team, and Necrons and Space Marines for the southern teams. Okay, fair enough. It's handy to know who's got access to, or at least who's got more access to the big relic units later on in the game. These Kill Crushers, deadly beasts. Also, War being activated. Can you hear them scream? Probably can't hear them screaming over the sound of the sheer amount of fire. The Chaos floundering a bit. Nowhere for them to really hide. As they're kind of caught in this little section here. Maybe they're coming in to see if they can bash some econ. And just a fleet of Kill Crushers. It's just also not nauseating how these blooming outer platforms have these spinny... Oh my goodness, the weaponized fidget spinners. That's what they are. My goodness. The Orks love a fidget, they love a spinner. And the Chaos, not sure how they've got down here. But they're in not a brilliant position. Maybe they've come down here just to kind of distract the Orks, but hopefully, fingers crossed, the Orks are not going to be so distracted that they're just going to ignore all this. Plenty of turrets. We're seeing any kind of like really big stuff. We've got the Tunnel Warrens, sorry, coming in for these guys. Warp Forge, nothing that signals or harbours massive units coming in. We do have the Mars pattern commander. So Baneblades Akimbo for the Southern team. Yeah, it does seem like these guys are just standing here just to distract and cause a bit of a nuisance for Martin. Necrons will be coming over at some point, I imagine. Things relatively, all things considered, quiet. Do have a Land Raider Chaos, or Chaos Land Raider, sorry, and some Chaos Terminators knocking around. Chaos Terminators are going to teleport inside the Ork base. These guys, dear oh dear, they've got plasma cannons. Oh boy, have they got plasma cannons. Can teleport straight in. Plasma cannons, although technically on tabletop they're ideal against massive infantry and heavy infantry. Doesn't matter. They'll take on anything regardless. Kill Crusher looking to get some shots in, but Chaos Terminators, much like regular Terminators of all colours and stripes, resistant to all kinds of damage. These guys will sit around and just vibe for yonks and yonks. Only a couple of salvos to take on all those plasma generators. And the Orks have got to come in, chase these guys away. Thankfully, the flash gets do a significant amount of damage. Big war boss as well charging in. And it does seem that one squad of Terminators through the combined arms of Flash Gits, Shooter Boys, and Kill Crushers, taking them away. And Chaos Land Raider is going to actually be used as a transport vehicle for once. Going to take those Terminators away. Down this side, the Orks still pushing onwards. But almost like a reverse of what's happening on the northern side. Assault Terminators are coming in. And they're going to bash and smash those Kill Bursters. Terminators also got their plasma guns as well. Mega Arb and Nov's been slowed down by all the incoming fire. The lonely Big Mech just looking down on all his Terminators. That's a lot, man. That is a significant amount. Both regular and the assault variety. Whereas Stranger only went for the ranged variants. Got a Baneblade now, a proper good old-fashioned Baneblade, none of the Stormblade nonsense. Traditional, just how we like it. Critical location still being captured by the Gnome himself. Carnifex is now sprawling out from Reaper God's section. A little bit of a traffic jam from these Kill Crushers. Need to learn how to reverse out, but yeah, just a streamline of heavy Carnifexes seeming to be sent straight over to the Orks. But no one team seeming to get a major advantage at the moment. Seems that every time one, or should I say one segment from either side of the map gets an advantage, the other team does some sort of flanking maneuver or some sort of thing, which then brings back all the lads. Like, I don't think it needs all these guys to take on the Force of Chaos down here. But in saying that, you don't want them to get any more money than they already do. Carnifexes recruiting themselves with a Venom Cannon. So I'm not sure if it's doing a great amount of damage to the Kill Crushers. Then again, the Kill Crushers aren't exactly designed for killing Carnifexes neither. So that is something. Do have some looters. They're like, what they're called, Flash Gits. But a little bit slower. A little more daiquiri there. Timmy Emmett summoning in a Baneblade. There we go. Traditional Banebladers. That's what we want. Both sides. Ready to rip. Also got some things been summoned in. Not sure what those pings were. Here comes the zone threat ball. Can't send them through the tunnels, I imagine. I don't think you can. Flash gets versus zone threats. Who wins? That's my question. Especially when you got the kill crushers firing in a way. They're kind of stood in the negative cover there. Not sure if they are affected by negative cover, however. Considering that they do flirt a little bit. But they're not seeming to die. They seem to just stand there. Takes a lot of firepower from the Orks to kill them, and with this Carnifex coming in, the Orks have lost all their kill crushers. Got a looted tank in there. Warboss going to charge straight in. A little bit late there. There's not many flash kits left. So there we go. You want to counter flash kits. A couple of squads of them. Just get a small amount of zone threats. That should really do the job for you. Mind you, that I imagine. Oh, we've got a battle going on in between the Vectoid Broodlord and the Warboss. Get him! So the Warboss has not been upgraded at all there. Been ran over by that Broodlord. Yeah, I imagine that I haven't been able. I can't tell if the. Oh dear! Oh, never mind me. Ignore those blooming hive minders. We have got Terminator on Terminator action, mutilators as well coming in. That's just a lot of stuff on the go. Sadly, it seems that Gnome's Terminators were a bit outnumbered, especially against Mutilators. I mean, they look like Terminators, but they're not. They're just big, stonking, angry lads capable of mulching anything in close combat. A Venerable Dreadnought looking to see what it can do. The Terminator's been able to defend the Allies' base. If Allies is the correct plural, Timmy Irma going to fall back to a more defensible position while just stabilise from all this fighting. I got confused then for a second. Even the flanking is confusing me about who's on what team and where's what is. The zone for... It's not even a ball, it's just a small line causing issues. The kid he's got Necron warriors, he's got flayed ones, but has he got anything else? It does not seem like he's got that much going for him. He's going for the Destroyer Lord, he's going for some Death Marks. Death Marks might be the way forward here. Also got a nuclear bomb from Yharnam Hunter. He's going to make his way in before spreading out some nuclear nonsense. There we go, right in the corner. All that Space Marine goodness has been deleted. Now, for what we saw there, I think it was the Emperor's armory, where the Space Marines can research a whole good amount of really strong late-game upgrades for them, making their infantry vehicles or what have you, like more or less unkillable. So that was why I do believe those nukes were used in that one particular circumstance. Not sure why they were built down there, though. Suppose it's because... Ah, right, see, because the nuclear bomber is watching on high. I think it's just while it's waiting for the nuclear bombs to recharge, it's got like little mini nukes that can fire, which is quite nice. They don't do a hell of a lot of damage, but they do enough. They certainly do enough. Roller bombers are on the side, looking to snaggle any of these... whatchamacallums... economic buildings. Got the Whirlwinds and the Venables coming down over on this side. As the Tyranids continue to push over onto this side. Destroyer Lord coming forth. What's his plan? Just to zap these guys in stasis for a little while? That might be the case. Looters there. Looters with the bigger shooters. Still not really doing a great amount of damage to the Carnifexes there. Kill Crushers jumping in. But they don't seem to... Again, against the Chimeras... the Carnifexes and the Zone Threats. Don't think they're doing an amazing amount of damage. They'll probably do with some What would it be? Killer cannons and death dreads against the zone threats? Just charge him in, engage in close combat? I'd say so, personally. That would be my thinking. Or even just some storm boys just to jump over and tie these guys up. So that's where the main DPS is coming in. But no one's dying anytime soon. We do have the... well, the bomber just flipping and dipping. Seems to have killed the Imperial Guard base. It must have missed maybe some nuclear stuff on the go over here. Does that mean, have you got any stuff? Hold on, let me see if I can find him. Oh, he's dead. When did you die? Am I going mad? I might be going mad. God. Pardon me. Again, I know that I said that my map awareness has been a lot better recently, but I've never in my entire casting career ever not noticed an entire player dying. Well, that's going to get some angry comments later on in the game, or later on in the day. But hey ho, that's fine. Just too enamored by all the action going on. That's me. Love the Hive Tyrant there, black and green. Makes me think of that really angry assassin lady from Kim Possible. Martin says no thank you. As the Terminators Chaos jump straight in. That's a lot of Chaos Terminators there. Is there a way to counter it? I don't think so. Not on this side of the map anyway. Also got the big Helldrake. The Chaotic Pigeon. Yeah, the Orks are not going to survive this. And we've also got a countdown of something. Oh, the Tactical Explosive. That's counting down. That's intimidating though. What's it going to do? It's not counting down anytime soon. And just a minor explosion. That was very anticlimactic, to be completely honest. Koiken. Oh no, Koiken must have been in the game. He's only just dropped now. I don't know. Either way, kid. You're alright, kid. But not alright enough to survive against the Terminators and the small amount of zone threats. Nerm just gives out a G. It was just a game to him. It's not committal. And that, as they say, is that. So quite an exciting game. I do have to say fairly even all the way through, I would say. Especially considering a lot of action was happening down here. A lot of action happening down there as well. Not much happening in the centre, which is weird because normally you would see action down in the centre, but that critical location doesn't really require that much attention in Ultimate Apocalypse. It's mainly the relics that you require in this game. But yeah, I would say that really the main thing that got the northern side onto the point of victory would probably just... oh, hold up, never mind me. Let me just appreciate nuking yourself. Is that how this works? A friendly nuking, just to let people know where they stand. But yeah, I would say that it was the case of being able to hold this line off with just a sheer amount of Chaos Space Marines. Tyranids flanking around the side, make sure that Necron player was kind of not very effectual all the way through the game. It was on Necron Warriors for most of that game, but he should have been able to get a lot more stuff out, but those Tyranids being able to reset him twice in the game certainly set them back. And then from there, just being able to then, since there was not much aggression coming on, being able to then focus on the other sides of the map, both attacking and defending and stuff. I think that's how it all went down. But anyway, yeah, thank you for sending that game in, boys, and please do have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month will get you one extra game a week, as well as the Discord, which the links are in the description. The Discord things, they happen there all the time. Mine's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.